Hello, this is Decoherent, and welcome back to some more Torment Tides of Numenera. So, I sat and stared at my little group for about 10 minutes to try to decide what it is that I want to do, because it looks like we're moving on to the next zone. And after careful consideration, and trying to kick Rin out once again, and once again being guilted out of it, I think this may actually be the team I'm taking forward. So, Rin actually does have, like, this aura is actually pretty good. Her heal is going to be good. 5 uses of that per day, but that's fine. Yeah, she does have a penalty with ranged weapons. I'm hoping to be able to increase her weapon stuff. But what's weird is that she has like a whole bunch of stuff going on from our dialogues. Like we saw her in the other zone. Like I feel like if we keep her along with us, that maybe like there may be some interesting development. I do think that I do think we're going to be able to come back eventually. I don't know if we're going to be able to return right away. Oh, I did look at the vendors quick in between episodes, and they don't really have anything that I think is worth picking up. There's some ciphers that are okay. This guy over here, Sangolin, sells some armor, but it's all, for some reason, usable only by the last cast-off, and that's not super helpful. It's all like medium and heavy armor, and that's not the direction I'm going, so I think that we're just going to go ahead and go forward. Because what I have then is I've got our heroic melee that I'm hoping to make a little tanky, although there's nothing wrong with range DPS, or with melee DPS. I'm primarily focused on range DPS, and that's probably the direction I'm going to run Castellage as well. What else can I... See, it doesn't really tell me how I'm going to be able to level her up. But when she hits tier 2, which actually isn't that... Oh, she still has... Okay, wait a second. Let me see here. 2 of 4. I don't know if this is her last level before she goes to tier 2. But that'll start giving her some much better abilities. Because that's where we got Fell Swoop. That's where I got Flash and... Oh yeah, Dealmaker for whatever reason, and Inspiring Presence. So, I may regret this, but I think I'm going to go with this as it is. In the sincere hopes that, if this is wrong, I can come back and fix it later. See, it's a little iffy whether or not I want to take Castellage, because she's okay. Oh, I didn't know I could ask you about the Children of the Endless Gate. Scant little, I'm afraid. I've only heard that they're a splinter segment of the Dendra who have sworn war on their compatriots, preferring to make corpses rather than preserving the memories of those who die by other means. I spoke with one once. She was less than forthcoming with the revelations provided by her faith. Many would cast them as incurably mad, but that is simply a matter of perspective. So what's up with the Endless Gate, then? Only that it's at the heart of the beliefs of the children. Whether they were ever able to open such a gate or not... She maintains a solemn expression, but the echoes behind her laugh and pull faces. She follows your gaze and frowns. At least I retain an open mind towards the myriad possibilities this world may provide. Okay, you know, actually, I'm not attached to Castellage. On the other hand, Tiber, I am kind of attached to. What if I went Tiber for either tank or melee DPS? I'll have to think about these guys. My little kid Heobot, and then I went range DPS. Thinking. It's the problem is I'm sort of like a sucker for clever melee, or clever caster type things. Oh my gosh. I had actually sat and decided on this, and now I've like totally lost my opinion again. Because I'm a lot more casty than she is. It's kind of funny I put some points into might too, so I wouldn't promptly die. I am a couple levels higher than her. I wish I knew how she was going to develop. Targeting eye. Yeah, plus 15% on esoteries. Concentration, yeah. She can teleport and gain phase, right? Oh, that's like those stupid things that we fought that came out of the mirror. So that's the problem. Like, do I want to go melee or range DPS primarily? Because her damage is not actually super great. So maybe she'd only be hitting like 6 or 7 damage per effect of this with a limited number. Because she'd be using, that would be using 3 out of our int pool every time. So that's 3 shots. As opposed to 8 plus 7 every swing. And with 10 might, that barely even like adds up. Okay. I'm going to take Tiber. Because I think that he will be of more use. Castlage, sorry. It's been a good time. We need to part ways. I'll see you in a bit. I know that you're an adult and you're not going to complain at me.
Well then, farewell. For now. You won't be gone long.
I sincerely hope that I can come back and meet you again. Because you are full of interesting things. And it's not just because there's a bunch of you. Okay, so Tiber is over here, so let's go chat with him. As you pass a stack of cargo, a familiar figure steps up from behind it, disguised entirely unconvincingly as an EM priest. Hello again, lad, says Tiber. I don't suppose you're ready to change your mind about me joining you. So what are you doing hiding back here? Ah, well, it seems Riss is still unhappy with me for leaving him on the gibbet for so long, and he wants to strangle me with my own entrails to show me how it felt. I, naturally, am less than enthusiastic about said lesson, and would like to avoid it if at all possible. He takes a breath. Therefore, I was hoping I might join you for, protection, if you see what I mean. Strength in numbers and all that. Alright, come along. Thank you. I am much obliged.
Deadly little thing, isn't
See, he'll be useful. He seems to have... what's the word I'm looking for? The ability that someone of less than... perhaps a less than sterling reputation may bring are pretty great. Like, Feint is pretty cool. Sucker Punch is awesome. Hook is good. I could use him for Taunt if I decide to put some more points into Might. Oh, that's right. He didn't get the stat pool. So, yeah, let's keep him around. Do you have an okay weapon at the moment? Nothing particularly awesome. Melee weapons. Is that medium melee? Yeah, sure. That's fine. Ooh, do I have an ornament for you that you might like? See, I don't know if they'll use an active one. Is the problem. Shard. We need the other ring fragment. Oh, see, he would be good for this one. +1 level in Deception. What's he at with Deception? Oh, he's already maxed out. Never mind. So actually, there's no reason to even keep that thing. So that wasn't necessarily the best use of money. Well, let's go ahead and let's leave it as it is. So, Master Renio. Hoping he'll warn me if we can't come back. How may I assist you? I'd like to fly to the Valley of Dead Heroes, because of course I would. Excellent timing, he says, bowing. My vessel will be departing shortly. Board at your leisure. Thank you, I shall. He leans in. I should also warn you that we won't be able to retrieve you from the valley. We never tarry there. Its energies are not good for our ship's engines. Okay, but I maintain that I'll be back eventually, because the Memovira guard over here was guiding a gate to a road from the Bloom, so I imagine that I'll be able to go from the Valley of Dead Heroes to the Bloom and then later back up here, so hopefully my companions aren't permanently left behind. This is an interesting set, though. I think this will be fun. Very well, we'll be on our way momentarily. Here we go. Really, what's going on here? Who are you? Uh-oh. Oh, it's Riss. A group of tough-looking thugs approach from behind you. Leading them is Riss, who gives Tiber a mocking salute. Hello, Tiber. Leaving town? My friends and I would like the money you owe us first. Seriously, Tiber? He takes a step back and addresses the thugs. I don't know what Riss told you, but I promise you I was never paid for the job. I don't have any money, and beating me won't change that. Yeah, but it might be fun. Don't believe him, Helpmeets. He's never spoken the truth in his life. Lad, I'm all out of tricks. Say something. Get me out of this. Attack, threaten, Let's threaten. Do you wish to face the wrath of the changing god? Who has points in threaten or intimidate? Oh, wow. Heck yeah. Once again, Eridus proving his worth. Good job, Eridus. Rhys sneers and looks back at his companions. He's not the changing god. The changing god is 10 feet tall, and he pauses as he sees the others backing up and slinking away. Hey, where are you going? I'm telling you, he's not the changing god. They beat a hasty retreat, and Rhys chases after them. You maroon. Oh, he's got the same weapon that I gave to someone else earlier.
Thanks for intervening back there. Rhys and his friends caught me unawares. Me, of all people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what happened to that cunning and quick wit? It's still there, he says, flickering away from yours. It's just, well, what do you do when a friend turns on you? It, paralyzes one somehow. You kind of did the same thing. Anyway, as I was saying, we should be on our way. He looks around nervously. I hope you have no other surprises for me. Alright, the wind is right for us. Let's sail. He begins shouting commands to the crew, and they cast off the mooring lines. The airship pushes away from the spire, and the city of my birth falls away below me. Neat. And away we go. So cool.
Oh, that's the stuff.
What? Shush. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I spent like, what?
I'll remember that.
15 hours? 14 hours? Ooh. Glowing liquid. And darkness that I can't seem to move away from. Klinkar. Even as he stalks towards you, for a moment it seems as if the man is unaware of your presence. He stops in front of you. Rocking ever so gently, he stares right through you, murmuring under his breath. Chanting or insane rambling? You draw closer and notice the scars he bears upon his face. Then his gaze matches yours, and he suddenly grows silent. He sees you now. His eyes flicker across your face and pause on your tattoo. He bows, his motions stiff and halting. Then, with blinding speed, his hand snakes out and brushes a speck of dust from your shirt. The hand is gone before you can react. I'm Klinkar, and these are my associates. You are in the Valley of Dead Heroes. His jagged smile is rimmed with blood. 2 memorialists have escaped us. You will find them. We need them. What? Why do you want me to find them? He hisses a long exhalation of breath. We must open the Endless Gate, find the missing memorialists. Oh, God, it's you people. Okay, but why must you open the Endless Gate? He smiles beatifically, exposing his bloody gums. It is what we are called to do, and who are we to disobey the call when it comes? So, are you children of the Endless Gate? Do you know Kiyatawa? He looks at you suspiciously. I'm not familiar with her, although one of the brethren did come to us recently from Sagas Cliffs. Perhaps Motley will know. You can inquire of him in the necropolis, as soon as you find our missing friends. Well, I'm not doing any... Well, actually... Do I actually have anything against the children of the Endless Gate? I mean... It wasn't clear... It really wasn't clear to me whether or not Kiyatawa was killing people because she was crazy, or because she thought it was fun, or if because... You know, if it was because of her religion thing. I don't know that I have any opinion on them. Opening something called an Endless Gate worries me a little. I mean, I've read my Lovecraft. I know what usually happens when you open Endless Gates. So, I'm not going to punch them. I don't feel like lying and then not bothering. I'm obviously not taking their place, because I have no idea who they are. Do I offer to help them and then maybe not bother? Do I threaten them? I don't feel like I should just show up and threaten them, but I can say that I'm going to help them and then not bother. So, yeah, sure. He holds up his finger as if to threaten you for not complying, and then he realizes what you said. Oh, then we would be glad of your assistance. The memorialists are somewhere nearby. We can smell them. Go find them and bring them to us. Uh-huh. Alright. Ooh, stuff.
Yes.
Look at all this stuff. Money, fine, whatever.
All right.
Peering behind this sheetrock, you see only a faint etching in the stone, almost worn away by the passage of years. It reads, "Sanity slipping. The tombs will hold my salvation." Is that O or 0? Hey! Wasn't that the name of that transdimensional guy who clearly wasn't Q? Huh.
Go.
You move the planks aside and get nothing more than a splinter for your trouble. The unmarked cliff wall is all that you see. Alright. Go
All
me.
right.
You pull the planks back. A crawl space extends behind them, with 2 small alcoves recessing the walls. They are remnants of grave markers and memorials from ancient times. One seems shallow, the other has been blocked by rubble falling from above. Both of them appear to be built to hold bodies, but neither are occupied. Yet, you can see a disturbance in the dust of the crawl space. Someone came by this way, at least. Perhaps they're still here. Let's look a little more carefully. Oh, well that's... alright. Easy. You peer deep into the gloom. The dust has been more than disturbed. You see footprints. After a few minutes, your diligence is rewarded. There is a third alcove at the back of the crawl space, hidden behind a great stone slab. The slab is held up by a stone the size of a human head, creating a small gap barely half a meter high. You crouch down and peer through the gap. 2 people are hiding in the space behind it. One of them, a bearded man with a kind expression, whispers to you, "Hold, friend, if friend you be. My name is Beltrax. This is Ronos Kalsul. Those damned cultists gave chase to us. Ronos knew of this small sepulchre in which we have hidden, but we have nowhere left to run. They'll murder us if you reveal our position." Okay. "Please," says Ronos, "Beltrax is but a visitor to this place. He has no part in our struggles with the children. Tell them that we have fled and that you couldn't find us." Trap them in there forever. Ah. That's really tempting, I'm not gonna lie. For the love of God, Montresor. I already joined a cult, but that was for a discount on betting, so... Okay, I don't really know anything about either one, but here's my thought. These guys are hiding, okay? The other guys throw it up and were ready to, like, throw down if I didn't help them find the people they can't find out of what I assume is just rank incompetence. So, I don't think I'm gonna throw my lot in with the children here. So, I'll deal with the cultists. You guys just kind of hide back here. Alright.
Absolutely.
Can I just ditch these guys? Nope. Where do you think you're going? There are only 2 ways out of here. The first is to find those memorialists. The second, he licks his lips. Well, you won't like the second, but you'll discover it immediately if you try to get past us again. Are you sure they're here? What if they slipped by you? They did not, and neither will you. I'm gonna have to actually fight these guys, aren't I? There's all sorts of cool things here, too.
Alright, here
Here
I
I go.
go.
Sorry, just gotta zoom in on these guys. Neat. Alright. Alright. I can take them. I can't find them, and I'm done looking for them. He smiles his bloody smile. You will bring them here. You will. We've got some sneaky folks. You have some points in deception, right? Yep. Rin doesn't do anything useful. Well, that's a lot of points, though. You're not smart enough to lie. Yeah. This is why I brought you, right? He studies you closely, his eyes narrowing. You seem to speak truly. Very well. We will press this issue no further. His eyes linger on your tattoo, and he sighs angrily. Ha! Stupid cultists. I'll show you. That's why you should have joined my cult. Of, me. Cheap betting. Well, my friend, Beltrek says, I have no idea why you're so generous with your time and your life, but your bravery is beyond reproach. I have some small familiarity with the weapons I carry, but I'd rather not try my prowess against 3 of you at once, and I vowed to Ronos that I'd keep him safe. I do not know how it is that they left without doing you harm. Is there any chance you might tell me? Nah, I told them I couldn't find you. A bold lie. I'm impressed they took your word. Very convincing. I was sure they knew where we'd hidden despite our precautions. You have my thanks. Ronos is a slight, nervous man in a hooded robe of blue and white. He bows. I'm sorry you had to face those cultists. We hid and, well, he bows, a small tremble in his hands as he does so. I have a favor to request. Everyone does. These cultists, the children of the Endless Gate, have overrun the Valley of Dead Heroes. They slaughter the visitors. That's not polite. They hound us, the memorialists, and have brought horror to every corner of this ancient place. Please, you have shown your mettle in dealing with these murderers. I beg of you, please find a way to make them move on. A Valley of Dead Heroes, and they managed to bring horror, huh? Seriously, I've been here for like 5 minutes, and everyone's trying to dump their quests on me. They seem like jerks. Yeah, sure. I'll get rid of them. He sags with relief. Thank you, friend. The coming of the children has been a relentless nightmare for us. I wish you the best of luck. So tell me about the Valley of Dead Heroes. It has been a burial ground for the world for millions of years at least, and yet, he holds up a finger, lecturing, yet we have uncovered no bodies in the valley itself. Oh no, despite all the memorials, obelisks, and urns above the ground, we have not been able to find evidence of a single body. That's interesting. Markers exist beyond counting. Some are in scripts that we cannot understand. Some are in materials we have never seen. But the body themselves lie in a great space beneath the ground. Above the ground, there is no sign of life. None at all, except what we bring with us. So, wait. You said no bodies, but then there are bodies underground. Or the memorials up on top, are they empty, and then all the bodies are collected in a big old box? Okay. So who are the memorialists exactly? We're ordinary people, really. Everyone says that. People who understand the truth, that this world is really the afterlife, and that these tombs here are graves. You're crazy too. We maintain the valley so that no name is forgotten, so that everyone can come and remember their true selves. Once all the tombs have been claimed, we shall see a glorious resurgence of humanity. Likewise, if we allow the names to be forgotten, devastation will sweep across the world. I'm pretty sure that's happened a couple times already. You guys sound a lot like Heaven's Gate. Man, is everyone here crazy except for me? So, what's your deal exactly? My true name is Ronos Kaisul of the Memorialists. I come here from Sagas Cliffs to inter my beloved wife. That was over a decade ago. I remained because I felt a close connection to this place, somehow. When I discovered the name of my true self, I knew. This world is the afterlife, and the graves here are our own. Now I study the world of the living, hoping to bring others the enlightenment I reached. Whatever, dude. So I'm looking for the tomb of the first cast-off. I do not know that tomb. You might be able to find it yourself at the entrance to the great necropolis. You can enter it up there. He points off in the distance and up. The entrance must be in the cliff face somewhere. You have to be strong or careful, though, or both. The children are vicious and unpredictable. Alright. Alright. So, what do you guys think of this place? We just got here.
Oh, yes?
Have you ever seen anything like this place? No. Her mouth stays open as she gazes in wonder around her. There's nothing like this where I come from. Even the junkyard out the city was, well, not as strange or creepy as this. It's new to me too, kid. Let's stick together. I'm awesome. Duh. I'm the best. Tiber? Your thoughts?
You do forget how empty the world is outside of a city's soft and welcoming arms.
City boy, are ya? Not quite, he says with a dismissive wave. I've had some of the best times of my life in dirty holes beneath tree trunks. Ugh. But there's something magical about a soft bed, wherever it belongs. He adjusts his belt. Anyway, did you need something? So do you know anything about this Valley of Dead Heroes? Not much, he says, looking around. Never been here myself, but I hear it used to be a nice place. Now, I've heard stories. Not the good kind, no. The ones that finish with, their toenails were found in a bloody heap. To shreds, you say? He raises his palms, and no, don't ask to hear them. I've just spoiled all their endings. Let's just choose safe places to rest, shall we? Seems legit. Eridus. Let's get a pick-me-up.
Oh! The Valley of Dead Heroes. I like it here. There's absolutely no place we should avoid completely.
Glad to hear it. Me too. I'm glad to hear the things I'm saying of my own free will.
Making a note.
Every inch of this valley is packed with adventure. One of his hands comes up, trembling to cover his eyes. Interesting people, places to explore, like... He trails off. We should explore all of it, even the alcoves. I'm not afraid of any of it. Stop shouting at me. Are you okay? He sways on his feet, lifts his head to the sky, and his glow returns to full strength. He smiles at you, every trace of his momentary discomfort gone. Of course! We're facing a new adventure. I couldn't be better. Then his gaze slips from yours to fix on the empty air, or something that only he can see. That's... What? That was weird. Okay. These mooring posts, okay, are here to hold on to ships. Okay. Wooden slats have been cobbled with ancient machine parts to create cargo pads. Neat. You kind of remind me of these steps in Flight of the Navigator.
Of course.
And I just dated myself again. Oh. A faint humming emanates from these two statues. Well,
All
at least
right,
that's
Ren,
not weird.
You can do this.
Oh. Uh-huh. Great. This is... Yeah, this is great. This is... Oh. I love this here. Oh, I missed like a mystery block hole over here. What am I doing? Just walking away. If I poke at this crack, am I going to release Prisoner Zero? Let's find out.
Go.
A sliver of darkness hangs before you, like the entrance of a cave. Except, there is no cave, only a tear in space. Within the darkness, you see the glow of stars, and a cool night breeze wafts past you, carrying the scent of desert flowers and the echoes of sounds you are not hearing around you. If you stepped through that darkness, you might go somewhere, or maybe nowhere. Could be nothing but a shadow. Look at this a little more closely. The cool air that sighs through it seems to follow you. The shadow does not change, no matter your perspective. You have the discomfiting feeling that your attention on it has drawn its attention to you, that it is somehow examining, analyzing, and assessing you. You know, I haven't gotten this long wandering into mystery tears in reality.
Fine.
We'll come poke at reality holes later. Another tear in space, like a black spot on your retina. Something's different about this tear from the others in the valley. Looking into this one is like looking into an abandoned cave. No breeze or sound or light stir within it, and its edges are slowly disintegrating. Stepping into it. I've got some lore. Boy, this is just great. Does anyone else have lore I can use your points instead? Nope. This is phenomenal. I'm so glad I cranked these up. This looks a lot like the other floating rifts you've seen, but the life force you felt in the others is weak in this one, and it hasn't noticed your presence. You can sense that the void within has no other exit, as if it has lost its mate. You also notice that the disintegrating edges of the darkness are blowing away like ash or pollen. You can actually catch the flecks of darkness in your hand. Oh, but they dissolve away like black snow almost immediately. When you move closer, however, you accidentally breathe in several of the flecks. Why would you do that? You step very still for a few moments, listening to your body, but nothing seems to have changed in you, neither good nor bad. Perhaps the flecks dissipated in your lungs just as quickly. No, they did something bad. Alright. It doesn't have an exit. Okay, first of all, I'm not stepping into a mystery trap, so these sound more like tunnels. That's a hell of a thing.
Gladly.
And there's more of them, although we'll have to wrap around. Ooh, all sorts of mystery things up here. Oh, wait. Does purple go to purple? Are these shortcuts? Should I do it? I don't know. This is exciting times. I just got here. Should I be immediately jumping into, like, space rifts? purple to purple. I don't know where turquoise is. Let's not do that right at this instant. Oh, great. A giant circle and a blob of 3 and oh, yeah.
Of course.
Awesome. Just awesome. Oh, that's super cool, whatever it is. I love the cat. Okay, well, since we've come here and discovered new horrors and rifts in space-time, let's take a quick break, and we will continue next time. So, thanks for watching. See you soon.